felling a tree with Tommy Twilight's poetry advice. This tree was even bigger than the one we'd brought down together. I was going to try and drop it in a gap in the woods to the left, but after tossing my throw bag toward a crotch about 35 feet up, about 20 times, I realized I had burned a hole through my glove with the friction from the string, and burned a hole through the skin of my finger too. So I re-examined the prospect and decided the tree really wanted to fall to the right. The blood was minimal. Then I stood behind this 150-foot red oak with the 12-foot circumference at the base and a large black gouge at the bottom where carpenter ants had chewed their way in. And I thanked the oak for the air, for the shade, for the shelter, for all the tiny creatures, for the fungi, the lichen, and now for the wood, which will keep our house warm. I decided to make my mouth cuts higher than usual to guard against any surprises from the weakened trunk. As I leaned into the first cut, I saw that the metal gripping teeth beside the bar of the chainsaw were dangling, were missing a screw, and this was going to make the job more difficult. But I wasn't about to stop now. I finished the first mouth cut about 1/3 of the way in, just as I wanted. The second cut was more difficult. Not having leverage I would have enjoyed from those gripping teeth. The wedge-shaped void revealed the heart of the trunk, black and punky, even here 5 feet off the ground, channeled out by the ants. But I thought there'd be enough good wood around it for my hinge. Finally, I made the back cut, easing past the center of the trunk, just 4 inches above my mouth cut, until I heard a creak. The tree tipped forward about 5 degrees, and I stepped back 5 steps. I stepped up and cut another inch, and the tree tipped forward a couple more degrees and stopped. I looked up. A branch near the top on the side was leaning against a branch of a neighboring tree. Otherwise, the oak was aimed right in the direction I had planned. Cutting out more of the hinge would be risky. So I decided to hope for wind. Then I decided to walk to my shed, grab my digging bar. Maybe I could pry into the space I had opened with my cuts and lever the tree past the offending branch. Considering the tonnage of this oak, I knew it was a long shot. As I walked back from my shed through the trees with the iron bar on my shoulder, there was a swishing, a crashing, several booms, breaks, and a slap as the giant hit the earth. Call it luck, call it prayer, call it poetry. You should have been there. It was awesome.